Hey guys, what is up? I'm just going to do a full overview of what the home mining rig is doing right now. Here's just showing what some prices are to start off in US dollars. So I'm out of Canada. So the prices that I'm reference is usually much different than this. Go here to Canadian. So Ethereum has gone up quite a bit, just about 4,300 Canadian, 60,000 US for Bitcoin. So I'm just doing a full overview of what my rigs are doing right here. Here is what they are doing. Total hash rate as reported by mining software. I have Ethereum at 2607 mega hash, Raven at 1510 mega hash. The total rough Ethereum equivalent is about 5600 mega hash, given that Raven, if you were to do a straight swap to Ethereum, Raven gets about half the hash rate as Ethereum does. Total power draw, according to the software, is roughly 16,000 watts, which is good for 11,700 kilowatt hours, which is at 10 cents. You could do the math on your own powers, but roughly we'll just say 10 cents US is about $1,200 a month. I'm paying about, I don't know, 14 cents Canadian or something. So it's a little more. I'm paying about 1,400 Canadian a month on electricity, maybe 1,500. So that's the total numbers there. If you want to look at my pool information, here is Ethermine. So this is Ethereum. Estimated earnings, we're earning about 0.05 a day. This bounces around a bit. So this is daily here. You want to look at monthly, so it's like 1.5 Ethereum a month. Go to US dollars, it's about 5,087 US dollars a month at current prices, or 167 US a day. Hash rate's pretty stable here. You get this odd little bump like right here. Here's another one there. That could be a rig going down, although that's a pretty small bump. That's probably due to that LHR card that I have running, kind of messing up and then coming back online. Or it could be like a rig reset or something. So here are the rigs I've got running here. Got quite a few rigs on this. This one right here is the good one right here. This has got 5 3090s on it. That one puts out quite a bit. And then you jump over here to Raven. This is low right now. I don't know why. It's only reading 1282 with this hash rate. It usually is a little more. I find Raven kind of goes up and down in the payment, so it must be low right now. The actual earnings are usually closer to, 1350 to 1450 Raven a day. But given this lower number, this is doing just about 39,000 Raven a month. US dollars 43.55. So if this was actually reading kind of like closer to the actual payout, this would be closer to about 5,000. It's doing about the same dollar value as Ethereum. Here's a daily value there. So you come down here, you can see my workers on here. Just a whole mess of cards. Here's the real big rig right here. This has 7 3080 Ti's on it. So that one's doing a whole lot. So that is the full number of what my rigs are doing. Now I will go over the actual rigs and show you what cards I have. I think it's about 96, 97 graphics cards, somewhere around there. So let's get into that, going through each of these rigs. Here is my main PC with a 3080 Ti in it. Just an extra fan pointed at it right now. I just installed some extra RGB fans in there. Used to just be white ones stock with the case. Got some nice tropical colors in there. This is an LHR card, so it is running Raven at 58, maybe 56 hashes on Windows. This is a LHR build that is very messy because it is just some cards just to go somewhere. It's called the Lazy Boy build. And this is all in Raven. I've got a 3080, 3080, 3060 Ti. This one's a 3060. This is another 3060 Ti and a 3060 Ti. It's all on Raven. This right here is my laptop. This is the MSI GP66 Leopard. I've got a fan on underneath of it, which used to work a lot better. I need to take this thing apart and redo the, not redo, I gotta just clean it out. I think this used to run at like 66 degrees or so. It's at 70, 71 right now. I think it just needs to be dusted out. I've got some, what do you call them, little heat sinks here, because it gets really hot up here. Help cool it down, but it's running hot. I have to, it's probably pretty dusty on the inside, see what I can do. This thing has been running for, where's our time on there? Anybody see it? 47 days, there we go. Uptime 47 days, 11 hours, 25 minutes. So we're gonna reset the counter. Makes me sad. Let's reset that counter and open it up. So this thing's running on Ethereum. It is doing 65 hashes. What do we got here? 65.3 mega hash on the old laptop. Still going steady. I probably got about 5 months mining time, I think, on this thing. 4 or 5 months, maybe 5. It's doing all right. This one is my LHR freezer build. We got a 3080 Ti, 3080, 3070 Ti, 3070, 3060 Ti, and a 3060. So eventually, what I would like to do with this thing is get all EVGA FTW3 models here. I think that'd be pretty slick. I'm not sure if the lower cards have this like big light bar on it, like these big ones. But I think that'd be pretty cool to get the whole series of cards all matched up on here. Maybe I get a nice aluminum case for it or something. This will just kind of be cool to do a nice showpiece on this thing. Full LHR build with one of every single card that's all matching. So that's that build. Here is a Spider Miner version 1 case with 8 Zotac 3060 cards in it. These are all running on Raven. Here's a pretty cool build. I've got 5 3090s on there and 1 3080. These are all the original full hash rate cards. They are running on Ethereum right now. There's a 2400 watt PSU. Here we have a full 7 card 3080 Ti build. These are all EVGA FTW3 models. Powering this is a 2400 and a 1400 watt server power supply. These are all on 240 volt electricity. Here is a Spider Miner version 2 case. This one's slightly larger than a version 1 case to fit the bigger cards. It has a bunch of 10 series cards in here. I've got 1060, 1070, 1080, 1080 Ti's, and a single 3070 LHR card. That LHR card is running the T-Rex Miner LHR unlock, so it's doing about 42 mega hash right now. This whole rig is on Ethereum. Right here is 8 cards. These are AMD RX 580s. These are all BIOS modded and they are running on Ethereum. They do about 31 hashes each. Down here we've got a pair of 3080s, 3070s, and 27 Supers. These are all on Ethereum. Right here is my rig with 8 6700 XT cards. These are on Ethereum. And here is 7 3060s and 1 3060 Ti. These guys are all on Raven. Those are all LHR cards on Raven. These are my Spider Miner cases. They are open because I'm going to be dusting them out, cleaning them out. I've got this little electric X-Power duster. This thing is awesome. Way better than cans of air or anything. This thing puts some serious air out. So this is the garage, those are the cards in it. We'll go check out the rest. This is a random LHR build. What do we got here? We've got a 3060 or a 3060 Ti. They look the exact same, I can't tell you off the top of my head. 3080. This is a 3080 Ti. What do we got here? This looks like it could be a 3080, I can't remember. Maybe that's the 3060 as well. This is a 3060 Ti, and here we've got a 3070 Ti. Over on this one, we've got 5 of these beautiful Sapphire RX 580s and one 5700 XT. That 5700 XT is not very good. It hashes at like 52. Anything more than that, it's been BIOS modded. Anything more, and it will just like crash constantly. So that thing underperforms pretty bad compared to everybody else's 5700 XT. This rig here is on Ethereum. And sorry, this one here, this full LHR build, this is on Raven right now. This right here is a 5-card build running Ethereum. I've got 1070s, 1070, 1060, 1060, and a 1070. And over here is a spider miner with 8 3060s in it. This one is on Raven. A lot of you guys have asked what I have for spares and what I do for equipment. Here are some power supplies that I've got, some extra power supplies. These are all 850 watt EVGAs. I've got a couple other power supplies, that's just some of them there. A whole bunch of, these are the 8-pin splitters, 8-pin power splitters. Got a big box of risers. This is just some of them. I got a whole bunch more. I got some of these funky kind of purpley pink ones, and then a whole bunch of these GPU riser.com ones. I have about just as many as this kind of randomly around. Got a whole bunch of Ethernet cables here, extra Ethernet cables. A bunch of power cables. I got a pair of Dell 1400 watt server power supplies. So these will use breakout boards. These ones are some used power supplies that I got. These are Intel. I don't know if you can, where's the name on here? I don't know. They've got some crazy names, switching some kind of power supply here. But these ones don't have, it's got a little tiny miniature little breakout board here. This is a much larger breakout board on the other one. I don't know if you can tell. But these, I didn't find anything I can use for breakout board to run my cards with. So I bought these used off of a guy that pulled some of these Dells and these out of there. I just bought them all from him for pretty cheap. But I don't think I can even use these things. I don't know what to do with them. So if anybody knows how to get a breakout board for this thing here, I guess put it on pause there. You can see what this thing is. I talked to Parallel Miner and they didn't know. They didn't actually answer anything. But if you look at their website, this one says they have no information on it. So I sent them a picture of it, gave them some details on it, but they never got back to me. They just sent me some canned response. So I have no idea if they know anything about that power supply or what to do with them. But for now, I don't know what to do with them. So this is just some of the stuff that I have. I don't really have any extra motherboards right now. I've got a B250 that I can't get to work to connect to the internet. And it seems like every time I buy a motherboard, I fill it full of cards immediately. So I never end up having any spares. So that's not true. I have one motherboard right now. I have one more B450F Gaming 2 motherboard, which isn't full of cards. So I've got one backup board. I should probably get more than that. Those are kind of my extra supplies that I have right now. Here are some more little parts I have on hand. These are motherboard power splitters. I don't know what you want to call them. You fire up one power supply and the other power supply starts up at the same time.
So I always get a whole bunch of these. They're cheap. They're like $6 each. So I usually get like 5 of them at the same time. These are good to have on hand. There's a whole bunch of them right there.